When determining whose mission should be pursued, leaders have two opposite styles at their disposal: the sovereign leadership style and the servant leadership style. Let's see how these styles play out in the case of Peter and Richard. Peter is the newly arrived country manager of a large pharmaceutical company. He has been given the assignment to seriously restructure the subsidiary, while Richard is a senior manager who has been with the company for 30 years and is highly influential within the local organization.
Richard, you know we need to cut costs to remain competitive. According to the analysts, we need to integrate our 4 factories into 2 and lay off about 2,000 people.
Yeah, I've seen the plans. They're pretty dramatic.
And necessary. It's something I need to do and believe in. But I can't do it alone. I really need your help. So I hope you'll be with me on this journey, even when seas get rough. I also hope that you can help me to convince others to come on board as well.
Peter, I'm with you. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but you can count on me.
Do you see how Peter puts forward his own goal and enlists Richard to help achieve it? Peter basically says, "Follow me on my quest," and Richard is willing to do so. This is an effective use of the sovereign leadership style, but you can easily overdo a good thing.
Richard, you know we need to cut costs to remain competitive. According to the analysts, we need to integrate our 4 factories into 2 and lay off about 2,000 people.
Yeah, I've seen the plans. They're pretty dramatic.
Yeah, well, it must be done. And I assume that you are professional enough to live up to the task. The unions might give us a hard time, but I'm determined to drive through this reorganization within the next 2 years. That'll be all, thank you.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
Wielding a sovereign leadership style can easily degenerate into self-centeredness, much as that of a king ruling his subjects without any regard for their well-being. The sovereign becomes absolute monarch. Yet at the same time, there's an opposite approach to the sovereign leadership style.
Richard, you know we need to cut costs to remain competitive. According to the analysts, we need to integrate our 4 factories into 2 and lay off about 2,000 people.
Yeah, I've seen the plans. They're pretty dramatic.
Yeah. But I'm curious to hear what you think we should do. Actually, what all 4,000 people think. This reorganization shouldn't be about what I want. It should be about what we all want, what we all can do together. I'm only here to serve the team, not to impose anything on them.
Wow. Well, that's great news, Peter. I mean, maybe together we can come up with some ideas that would strengthen our country unit, and maybe we don't have to lose so many jobs.
Now Peter is no longer following his own agenda, but is striving to serve the interests of the people he is leading. By placing the common good at the center of attention, Peter inspires Richard to come up with win-win ideas. Yet this servant leadership style can also be overdone.
Richard, you know we need to cut costs to remain competitive. According to the analysts, we need to integrate our 4 factories into 2 and lay off about 2,000 people.
Yeah, I've seen the plans. They're pretty dramatic.
And irresponsible. This is something that we really can't do to people who've been serving this company for so many years. These people are the company. Their interests should come first. No, I have to talk to the CEO and tell him to scale down the reorganization and accept lower profits. He's not going to like the message, but I owe it to the people that work here.
Okay. Glad I don't have to relay that message.
Here, Peter places the interests of the people in his unit so much above his own interests that he is bordering on self-sacrifice. He has gone from servant to savior with an excessive sense of duty to the people around him. Do you use both of these leadership styles effectively, switching between them where necessary? And do you stay out of the looming pitfalls? That would make you an agile leader. If you want to read up on these 2 styles and would like to look at 9 more pairs of styles, then go to leadershipagility.com or download the Leadership Leap app for tablets. Or take a look at our book, Leadership Agility: Developing Your Repertoire of Leadership Styles.